What is going on, guys? I'm Laserbolt and welcome to a Darktide video. With Darktide just around the corner, guys, it's time to decide who is the best character suited for you, your playstyle. Definitely gonna want to know what character you should heavily invest your time in, because there are a total of 4 characters and all have different ways of playing. Alright guys, so we're going to get started with the classes, and before we jump in straight into each individual class, I want to talk to you guys about the power structure that we have for each individual class. So each individual class will have an ability, an iconic, a blitz, and an aura, plus a weapons, okay? So the ability is an active power that has supported functions. In addition to that, it has a cooldown. The iconic are minor character support effects, which as you progress through the game could be interchanged and interlocked. Then you have Blitz, which are active combat abilities. And then you have Aura, which is a passive support ability that's going to benefit you and the rest of the team. So with that being said, let's get started with... next up, guys, we have the Zealot Preacher. Now, the Zealot Preacher is a very interesting character, and this is going to be mostly primarily as your kind of your berserker, your number 1 character that has the highest crit damage. Okay, so he has, out of anybody in the game, if you're gonna look for a person that's gonna walk up to the boss and just smack him, this is the character you want to go with. Okay, highest crit damage in the whole entire game, and his volume of attack when it comes to melee is extremely good. Now, the only thing with him, guys, which I'll talk a little bit later, is how high the being able to master him is going to take. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in and talk about his abilities. Due to the fact that he's a very close quarter combat specialist, he's going to have less health than many, and it just becomes a little bit more trickier playing with him because you kind of have that thing where it's high risk, high reward, and his abilities kind of coincide with that. So the first ability he has is called Chastise the Wicked, which is going to allow you to dash towards the enemy. And when you dash toward the enemy, the skill will renew toughness and increase the next melee hit by 25%, granting a crit hit. So you're going to charge up at the enemy. It's going to knock them down. If you melee hit them once, it's going to give you 25% damage. Plus, it's going to guarantee that that hit is going to be a crit hit, which is really awesome. So once again, this is definitely really good for those, high-level, hard-target enemies. Then we have the iconics. He has a total of 3 of them. He has Martyrdom, which is going to give him a 5% damage for each 15 missing health. It stacks up to 3 times. So the more health you're missing, which is the high risk, high reward that we're talking about, the more 5% damage you're going to be able to get, and you're going to stack this up to 3 times. Then he has Until Death. If you receive damage that will kill you, you gain invulnerability for 5 seconds, and this is able to proc every 9 seconds. So once again, high risk, high reward. He also has Swift Exorcism, which is melee attack speed is increased by 10%. So once again, you're supposed to get up close and personal with your ability, get those nice melee ins, but always constantly be looking at your health, because at any time, even though you're gaining damage points by having low health, you could pretty much die. So you got to make sure you guys mind. As soon as that vulnerability kicks in, that is the time you got to dip and go and get your health. Now, his blitz is a stun grenade, so this is just pretty much a stun grenade. It stuns the enemy, pushes them back, and knocks them down. Really good nade here to have. And his aura is the Emperor's Will, which is going to grab 10% toughness damage reduction. So toughness, if you guys are never played this game, it's pretty much a shield. So just think about it. Toughness equals shield. So you get 10% shield damage reduction. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind. And I think the learning curve for this character is going to be really high. I think a lot of people are going to pick him just because he is that berserker type of character that likes to be up close, do a lot of damage. But I think a lot of people are going to be dying with him, where that, ceiling of learning how to play with him is going to be really high, because you're going to need to be able to manage his health and find out exactly when you need to go out, when you're going to come in, and when do you actually need to, rush in there and hit that melee or hit that enemy or boss really fast and really quick. I didn't go over the weapons because each character will have a melee weapon and a ranged weapon. Now, the thing within the game is you start off with the ranged weapon, but you can always add an SMG, an LMG, like a DMR, a pistol. So each individual character starts off with a specific weapon, but you're always able to either purchase or earn yourself a different weapon. So that's why I really didn't cover the weapons into detail. So you guys can keep that in mind, that each character will have a melee and a weapon as well. Let me know, out of all the characters we discussed, which one do you feel fits more of your playstyle And who will you be playing as when the game releases? Guys, remember, head on over to their Discord if you plan on playing the game and want to link up and play with a couple really cool, like-minded individuals that are planning on playing Darktide. Make sure you guys head over to our Discord link down below. I want to say thank you very much, guys, for all the love and support you guys have shown on the channel. Do consider dropping a like, dropping a comment, but most importantly, subscribing, turn on all your notifications for more Darktide content. And if you want to show more love and support, do consider becoming part of the Bull Nation by hitting that join button down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.